Just in time. Hi, guys. Good evening. Is it afternoon? Is it afternoon for you or is it evening?
It's
Near evening.
afternoon.
It's afternoon. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, for me, it's still morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Awesome. Cool. Let's see who we have here today. Cindy. Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. We got Yuling. Evelyn. Is Evelyn here? Yes, she is.
Oh.
After Evelyn, I'm just following my list. That's why I'm reading from here. We got Ezra. She's here. June. Hi, June. Vanessa. Vanessa is here. Serena, what's going on with your camera? Is not working? Thank you. And we got Chongshen. Awesome, guys. Perfect. So today is class 7 from our speaking practice. Next week will be the last one, as far as I know. Let me double check. Yeah, next week will be the next one. And then the week after, we will start with our course book. Good. So instead of me asking you, what did you do during this week, blah, 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 we're going to start with the task right away, which includes questions. Okay. So what are we going to do today? Today, we're going to talk a little bit about job applications, interviews. So we're going to provide that. Okay. Now, the first thing we're going to start with will be, let me just share my screen. So we're going to start asking questions with what would you do? After that, I have a couple of topics prepared. So basically, you just have one word and you need to speak for that particular topic for about a minute. I have a timer on prepared for you. We're going to do that as well. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about adjectives. When do we use them? How do we use them? Why do we use them? And are they essential? After that, we're going to watch an interview about an au pair girl. I don't know if you know what au pair is, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to watch another job interview. And then at the end, you're going to have a role play where one person is going to apply for a job and the other person is going to be the hiring person. So a lot of things to do. Let's start with the first one. So my first question would be for, I'll start this time with Zhongshin. So the first question for you would be, guys, I want you to try and think about questions that start with, what would you? So what would you do if you win the lottery or lotto? Changshin, what would you do if you win the lotto or the lottery?
Teacher, what is the meaning of lotto?
Oh, so you play game with numbers and you're going to receive a lot of money. So lottery, lotto.
Oh, it's a game that can get some money?
Yes, it's a game where you win money. Yes.
Maybe I will buy something that I want to buy.
Okay, but usually when we say win the lottery, what we mean is a lot of money, like extremely a lot of money. Money that you can't even count. So what would you do?
Laptop. I will buy a laptop.
Okay, but you still have a lot of money. A lot of money are left.
Oh, so many?
So many, yeah, like millions and millions of money.
Maybe well, I would like to buy a car for my family.
Okay, good. What else? You still have a lot of money. Okay, let me write that over here. What does win the lottery mean? So
Do
Wing.
some investment
Okay, cool. What kind of investment?
about recreation.
Recreation. What do you mean, sweetie, recreation?
I don't know how to say it. Like something singer idols company.
Wow. So you're gonna make a big investment in celebrities. Like you're gonna have your own publishing house, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, cool. Perfect. Now, can you please make a question? You don't have to use what would you do, but ideally would be perfect to make one question for Serena.
About job.
Anything you like.
Serena, what do you want? What do you want to do when you grow up, and why?
Okay.
I uh,
And why? Come on, don't tell me you haven't thought about it. Everyone has. Well, we don't like, let's say when I was a kid, I wanted to be different things. I wanted to be a criminal psychologist. I wanted to be a spy. I wanted to be a general psychologist. I never wanted to be a teacher, but I mean, look at me, 15 years now teaching. So, so probably you've thought about it. What would you like to be when you grow up?
I would like to be psychologist.
Psychologist, okay. Why?
Yeah, because many people have their own problems in their. Maybe we can talk to them to know more about them when
Okay.
we yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect. That's nice. Can you please make a question for Vanessa now?
What will you do when you visit a person who is not well?
A cousin who is not well.
A person who is not well.
Person who is not well. Oh, okay. Interesting question. What would you do when you visit a person who is not well? They could be not well physically or emotionally. Vanessa, what would you do?
I will accompany him,
Okay.
maybe bring some food to him.
Okay, good. How would you try to cheer this person up? What would you do to cheer them up, to make them smile?
Maybe tell some story
Okay.
about our experience. So maybe our school, our life. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good. Interesting. Have you ever visited someone like that?
No.
No? Okay. All right. That's fine. So Vanessa, can you make a question for Chung, please, this time?
What would you do if you could control your dreams?
Sorry, sweetie, one more time.
What would you do if you could control your dreams?
Control your dreams.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Those are very fancy questions. So June, what would you do if you could control your dreams?
I would say if I had a great dream, I would remember it. Like dreams, like dream big, like things more, like Like what
Do you
you,
dream big?
yeah,
Okay. All right. Control your dreams. What is your biggest dream?
to be more success in academics.
To be more successful or to have more success. Okay. All right. Good. Awesome. Okay, let's choose another question. Let's make another question for June. You can make a question for Ezra, please.
Any kind of questions?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. What would you do if you cannot solve a math problem?
A math problem.
Yes,
Okay.
this is part of our daily life, so it's worth
I
mentioning.
would I would either go search on Google or use an app or ask my mom.
Ah, that was an interesting question, but how did you came up with this, June? Do you have problems with math?
Nope. I just figured that it's worth trying, testing others. How would they react towards a math problem?
Okay,
Most of
cool.
them would like, just, I don't care, just throw it. I would put it aside, just don't relate. I don't mind it. Just do other things. Other would be like that.
Okay, cool, cool, nice. Okay, Ezra, can you please make a question for Evelyn?
Um, any questions, right?
Yes, anything you like, yes.
Okay. What would you do if someone asks you for help?
Okay. Someone ask for help. Evelyn, what would you do if someone asked for help?
If I can help him, I will help.
Okay. If you can help them, you will help them. What if you cannot help them, but they really, really need help? They're desperate.
Maybe ask someone who can help them.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, Evelyn, can you make a question for Yuling, please? You can ask anything you want, literally anything. I mean, ideally should be with what would you do, because this is what we want to practice. But if you cannot, that's fine. So you can ask whatever you want. Come on, sweetie, make one question.
Will what do you think will future happen if we don't have the past?
Sorry, sweetie, I didn't get the question. Can you try again?
Will future happen if we don't have the past?
Did you mean what? Okay, what would happen if we don't have the past? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What would happen if we don't have the past? Or what could happen? Okay, let's work with this question because it's not ideal. What could happen if past does not exist? It's a difficult one. I'm really sorry.
I would
Yuling.
say without the past, there's no present, and there's no present, there's no future.
What do you
Which-
mean there is no past? So what about babies? They don't have any past, but they exist.
But they were just born. That's the
That's
beginning
why.
of their life.
Okay, so they don't have past,
Yeah.
or they do
beginning.
have.
No, they just born to the world.
Yeah, they were just born. Okay, Yuling, what do you think about this question?
I don't think we will have the future.
Okay, no future without the past.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's
Now,
kind of
can you see?
continue.
Can you please make a question for Cindy?
What would you do if you can change the past?
Ooh, look at this. I love the questions today. What would you do if you could change the past? I love it. Interesting. Cindy, what would you do?
I would like to go back to my student. I would like to change. I will be more hardworking.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Now, Cindy, can you make one more question for Chongshin?
What would you do when you have a superpower, and what is it?
I'm really sorry, Cindy, but I didn't get quite the question. I didn't hear it properly. Let's try again.
What would you do when you have a superpower, and what is it?
What would you do if you would have a superpower, and what kind of power would it be? Because we're gonna rearrange the sentence a bit. Okay, cool. So, Jongshin,
I think
if you could have a superpower, what kind of superpower would that be?
I think I can become the adult or child anytime I want,
You want to be a child.
or adult because sometimes I want to be an adult to enjoy their life, and I wonder if what their life is.
Okay. Do you think being an adult is difficult?
I think a little bit
Why?
because they need to work and worry about many things, about their life, about their eat, their
Yeah.
their
Well, unfortunately, we cannot run away from it. So once you're a child, then you become a teenager, then you become adult. That's kind of the circle of life. But yes, I believe that each age that we're in has something beneficial, like pros and cons at the same time. So within the same, let's say when you were a student, obviously your main worries would be learning and tests and exams, and I don't know, maybe when you're going to start going out and boyfriends and girlfriends, that would be the main issue, right? After that, when you become an adult, probably you're going to need to find a suitable husband or wife, because that's very important. Before that, you need to get a proper job. So you want to get to a good university, you want to have good education. After that, you're going to have kids, and then your kids will be your priority. So I think everything depends on like in which age are you in. But yeah, sometimes being an adult is difficult. But if you ask teenagers, they always say, oh, I have the worst life ever. So usually teenagers complain a lot, which is normal because they haven't experienced adult's life. Okay, guys, cool. I love the questions today. I really, really love them. Awesome, cool. Now, next task, talk for a minute. So I'm going to show you the words. It's only one word, okay? I was thinking to cover them, so you're going to choose a number. But then I said, if you choose a topic, but you're not really sure what you're going to say about it, you're not prepared, then 1 minute will go like this, and you said nothing. So instead of that, I'm going to show you the 12 words, the 12 topics that you need to choose one of them to talk. The problem is you can only choose one. Let's say if one student chooses one number, then that one is taken, right? So you can do it. Ideally, what you can do is, once I show you the words, I want you to take notes. I will give you like a minute or so to prepare yourself, to pick up a couple of words. For example, if the word is lottery, okay, now you have to speak about a minute. What are you going to say about lottery? So you're going to start saying, I will, for example, what I would say would be, I usually play lottery once a week, and I really do. And I always play with less money, like £1 or £2. I don't want to invest too much money because that's a risk, but also it's kind of a waste of money at the same time. When I play, I usually believe that I'm going to win that money. And if I win them, what would I do with them? Most likely I will buy a house or a flat and I'm going to rent it. I'm going to buy myself a nice car. And if I still have left some money, I'm going to keep them in my bank, for example. So I'm just giving you ideas. Okay, so I'm going to show you the words. These ones are the words. So you got food, education, happiness, friendship, future, hobbies, English, knowledge, celebrities, places, danger, dreams. So you're going to have the timer over here. I think it's set for 1 minute. Yes, it is. So I will give you like a minute or so you can prepare yourself mentally what you're going to say. And then we're going to talk. So make a concept. For example, danger. Okay, what is danger? What is dangerous? Do you like danger? Something like that. Try to see points of, and this is a general tip, okay? So when you're going to have the speaking test, obviously you have a long way until you do that. When you need to do some kind of speaking test, speaking practice, ideally what should include are information that are positive or negative at the same time. So you can balance them. I like this and this and this because, and then you tell why. I don't like it, because. So always try to find something positive, something negative. That's very important, very essential. And I feel like it's also very easy because it saves you time because you're going to say something that is good, something that is bad. So minute is gone. I'll keep it quiet for a minute, okay? So you can prepare yourself. Okay, this time we start with Cindy. Cindy, pick a topic. Which one?
Hobbies.
Hobbies. Okay. Ready, steady, go.
My hobbies is watching the movie and dramas like Korean dramas or Chinese dramas. I learn much inside. And my other hobbies is watching the comics. I like watching comics very much. I like to watch the comics because it's very interesting and it very cure when I'm stressed. I like to see because I like to draw, and I will like to watch about the comics that I like, and I will try to draw and post it to Instagram and to share with my friends. Then hobbies, my everyone have a hobbies very much.
Okay, sweetie, that's perfect. Let me just correct something of one of your sentences. So you said my hobbies is one hobby. My hobby is, but when we have more, we multiply them. We say my hobbies are. Okay, that's very important. So if it's only one, my hobby is. That's completely fine. My hobbies are. One of my hobbies is this and this and this. The other hobby that I have is that and that and that. Okay, cool. We're just gonna cross this one. That was well done, Cindy. Perfect. You choose the easiest one. And that one is taken now. So we're just gonna cross it. Okay, cool. The next student is Yulink. Pick a number. Pick a question.
Future.
Future. All right, cool. Ready, steady, go.
I'm very curious about the future. Every day I would think about what will happen if our past change. Will also our future change? If there is no past, will there is future?
Okay. What else? Give us more. Come on.
What will happen if we don't have future? Will our future be bad? Will our future be good? I always think about these questions day and night. I am very curious about my future, about what will happen in the future. I will get very stressed about this.
All right, cool. So we got the future is taken also. Next student would be Evelyn. Evelyn, pick a topic. Evelyn. Look, you have so many to choose from now. Because if I choose other students before you, you're going to be left with less. Now is your chance.
Sure.
Which one, sweetie?
She has problem with her connection.
Ah, okay. Let's go with Ezra then. Ezra, pick a topic.
Dreams.
Okay, perfect. Ready, steady,
My dream is to become a funeral director because I'm really interested in criminology and spirituality. I used to think that wait, no, I also want to become a
What?
what do you call that? A crime psychologist.
Ah, you want to be like me. So it's a criminal psychologist. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Lovely.
And I also want to become an artist.
What do you think a criminal psychologist do? What is his job actually?
I think they look into the criminals' cases and
So the main function or the main role of the criminal psychologist is to find what's behind every case that this person has done. For example, if he kills someone, what is his way of thinking? Why does he enjoy killing people? So basically, you want to get into their head and try to understand that. This is out of the record though. This shouldn't be included in the class, but it's a good serial and it's in English and it is about a body language. I also love body language. Like I love to read people, the way they speak, the way they stand, the way they move, because that actually tells a lot about that particular person. So I did a course a couple of years ago. So now I can read people. Obviously, the more you do it, it becomes more even harder because, you know, you just think that people have something behind them, right? So you see them, oh, he's telling a lie. Oh, he's cheating on his girlfriend, or he doesn't have any idea what he's saying about. So I love that, but I'm trying not to do this with every single person that I meet in my life because it's kind of exhausting. The series is called Lie to Me. I don't know if you've seen it. I feel there should be like 20 episodes roughly. It's a very good one. The doctor, English is very understandable. So I would advise if you can find it, watch it, because first of all, you're going to practice English. Second of all, you're going to learn some tips. Like when somebody is talking to you and if they're looking on the right side or on the left side, if they're lying or they feel confident what they're saying, it's actually a very good one. I don't know the actor, I forgot his name. I think he's British, I think. So he's the only British person in the movie, in the serial. The rest of them, they're Americans. So he works very closely with the police and try to resolve cases. So he provokes the patient. They're not patients, they're actually criminals. So he tries to provoke them to get more information from them. So once they start sweating and, you know, they move around, they're a bit impatient, this doctor tries to read them. Try to find it, Israel, and all of you guys. I think you're gonna love it. It's an amazing series. Actually, you know how I watch series? I choose one on Netflix and I watch for 2-3 days, 24/7 until I end it up. And then I think I'm good to go for the next 3 to 4 months. In that case, I don't watch TV. But when I watch something, I'm very impatient. I want to do it right away. Cool, lovely. I love that, Ezra. I love that. Awesome. Cool. June, it's your turn. Pick a topic.
I would say friendship. Because I have
Friendship.
not.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
What is friendship? Friendship is like a bond between your friends and you. Without friendship, people might think that you may be lonely. And why some people think lonely is like a disease? Well, lonely is a slow disease that could accumulate in your body. Well, when you get lonely, you don't have any friends to communicate with. So, what would you do when you are lonely? Some people might think I would say I would watching TV all day long in my house, and I would say playing games, doing nothing and sleep. Well, if you have friends, you would say you would hang out with your friends, be it going to the cave or somewhere else to hang out with. But that's not all of it. When we talk about friendship, we talk about the bond between you and him.
Okay, one additional question. Do you think that you can rely on your friends?
I don't think so.
Why not?
If your friends extremely reliable, then you can. But I don't think every friend you should rely on. Because sometimes you have to solve the problem on yourself.
Okay. Do you think that friends can betray you?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
betray. What?
Have you had any cases where your friends betrayed you or stab a knife in the back?
Oh, you mean get stabbed back by your friend?
Yeah.
Stabbed? I would say no, because most of my friends are friendly and lovely. I don't think they will betray me. When picking a friend, you have to be extremely cautious because the one might end up the friend that's backstab.
Guys, do you remember the lesson we had with goals when this person said never share your goals with other people? Same applies with everything in life. So obviously, I mean, this is from my personal experience, but because I do read a lot of psychology, so I think that's actually quite accurate. So that doesn't mean that you have to live in fear, right? That doesn't mean that you have to be afraid of every single person you're going to meet, right? Don't do that. Try to be more relaxed, you know, hang out with friends, but never trust anyone 100%. Okay, that doesn't mean that you always have to be suspicious.
I mean, don't
because
talk to strangers. Don't trust
people
strangers.
change.
There's a phrase that called "Don't trust strangers." I don't know if you ever heard it.
Not necessarily. Sometimes strangers can help you more than someone that you actually know all your life.
I think that
Again,
strangers.
that depends on each individual, right? Not every person in the world is the same. If you have very open mind and if you are very polite and friendly and you're always ready to help, that doesn't mean that the person from the other side is the same. It's on the same vibrational levels. Because people, you know, people, they can get jealous easily. They can be suspicious. They can hate everyone around them. That's because they're full with negative energy, okay? So try to avoid that. Again, enjoy your life, enjoy meeting friends, but never trust anyone 100%. Because there was one quote, I forgot who said it. You have two eyes, right? But there is a nose in between. So what the corner of this eye can see over here, this eye cannot see. So not even your eyes trust 100%, right? So it makes sense because you have the nose in between. And if you want to look on the side, you're going to see the side of your nose and the other way around. So it's just like I don't know if it's true. For me, it does make sense. But again, you need to meet people. You need to talk to them. You need to decide what is good for you, what is bad. Again, don't rely on one person that they will be here forever and they will help you all the time. Because, you know, people change. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, June. That was like you had a monologue in a theater. What is happiness?
Yes, because I have seen a lot of people like comedian. I was imitating or mocking them. So by expressing in here, that's why, and also practice my social skill, of course.
Yeah, cool, perfect. That was lovely. Okay, after June, we got Vanessa. Vanessa, what's your topic?
I choose happiness.
Happiness. All right, get ready. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Happiness is a sense of well-being or maybe joy. And I think happiness is important for us. And there are many common reasons that can make us happy. First of all, helping others.
Yeah.
I think if we're helping others, then we will feel happy. Not only the world will be better. Besides that, I think if I study hard for a test, I might feel really happy if I get good results. Thirdly, I think when I spend my time with my family or friends, so I will feel happy. Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
cool. Cool, perfect. That was lovely. Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, after Vanessa, we got Serena. What's your topic?
Food.
Food. All right. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
There are many types of food. For me, I will choose fried food. Example, French fries, fried chicken, or fried onions. Uh, the I like the fried food because of it is crispy, tasty, and heavy taste. But it also has bad because it bad for health. If we eat too more the fried food, we will cause obesity and heart disease. Or although we eat less, but we also have I will get pimples.
Mhm.
Yeah. And eating fried food, it will get fat more easier, and the fried food have high in fat calories.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, cool. What kind of food do you prefer to eat, Serena?
Uh, if the food I like, I would like fried chicken, but for my health, I will choose vegetables.
So, guys, have you noticed that the food that we really, really like to eat is actually the one that it's very, very, very unhealthy? So ideally, the healthiest food should be raw food, something like vegetables and
Junk food.
fruit. Sorry, Jin?
I mean, junk food, the most unhealthiest food.
Not necessarily junk food. No, for example, like Serena mentioned, fried chicken. So fried chicken is actually very tasty, right? Because they put some spices, they put different kind of oils, they make it taste very nice. It's not the problem. The meat on its own, it's not the problem. The problems are those additives that they put, the oil, the spices. Sometimes they put like extra thing to get a better
MSG.
flavor of it.
I mean,
So
MSG, monosodium glutamate.
exactly. That's what makes the problem with the food. Same thing applies for sweet food, like let's say chocolate. You can make your own chocolate. If you, for example, find a different kind of sweetener, because the white sugar apparently is quite bad. But it's not just the white sugar on its own. Even if you eat white sugar on its own, you're not going to have as many problems. The problem is the rest of the nutritions. So what you can do is, for example, when you take a piece of anything you buy at the shop, if it has names that first you can pronounce, second, it has more than five things in it, don't buy it. Most likely it's the junkiest food ever. So that's a nutritional type. I read a lot of nutrition as well, so that's why I know these things.
Well, there's actually a healthier food for everyone, which is dark chocolate, which is the healthiest chocolate. Because dark chocolate can benefit your health.
Yeah, that's true. So when you buy something or before you eat it, just read the labels. I know you're still young and you don't care as much, and probably you wouldn't even have problems with your weight and stuff like that. But because you're staying at home, right? You're not very active. So most likely the body gets adjusted to the new food that you are putting in your body, which is not good. Well, maybe you eat healthy. I don't know. I can't say for you. I can say about me, for example. So ideally, the more simple the food is, the healthier it is. The more condiments that you put, like ketchup and mayo and mustard and I don't know, different kind of things, that's what makes it dangerous. So that's the thing. The meat on its own, it's healthy, it's good. The body needs meat, it needs protein, it needs fat, because this is how we function. Fun fact, the brain actually works with fats, not with sugar, not with, I don't know what else. It's just fats, pure fats. So when you eat like nuts, for example, Nuts are very good for the brain. So this is how your brain works. Okay, this is not a biology or nutrition class. I'm sorry about it.
Well, the reason behind why nuts, because nuts have a lot of nutrient like fat, because fat can convert into glucose, which the body can convert glucose into energy by producing it. Yeah.
Okay, have
Some
you,
advice.
I don't know if you know this, but for example, nutritionists say that when you look at the food, and if this food reminds you of specific organ in the body, that's what it's good for. For example, now, because we mentioned nuts and we mentioned the brain, let me show you a picture. What does this look like?
I would say a walnut.
It is a walnut, but which organ of the body actually looks like?
Brain.
The brain. Absolutely. So that's why walnuts are extremely good for the brain. There are a lot of foods like that. Maybe next week, if you want to, maybe I can prepare that just to see where you
But
can
don't eat
find
too
this
much.
kind.
But don't
Sorry?
but I know the food is good, but don't eat too much. But too much nutrition may overcome your health. Well, you have to keep a balance.
Okay, but that depends on many things in your body. So there are certain things that you need to include in your food regimen because it will keep you healthy. So that's important. But let's say things like this, and I know a lot of people that are allergic to specific things, like I'm allergic to honey. I like the honey, like sometimes I like that sweetness, but I'm allergic. What can I do? I just can't eat it. I love walnuts. Again, I have a mild allergies to it. When I eat it, I feel rash here, so I can't eat it.
Are you a lactose intolerant people?
Well, June, interestingly, I just did an allergy test, so I'm waiting for the results because I've noticed that like
Well,
specific food
there's
bothers me.
few clue for me that if you are allergic to honey, because honey contains galactose, which mean that because not everyone body have enough the enzyme to digest the honey
Yeah,
and sweets.
exactly.
That's why for some people cannot eat dairy milk product.
And the fact is, I love dairy. I love cheese. Like I love cheese. I can eat cheese all day, but I feel sick after that. So probably there is something that my body just doesn't like it. So
Means
you
that
need
your
to
body is lack of some enzyme, because some specific enzyme can only digest some.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Awesome. Okay, that was good with Vanessa that she mentioned. Let's go. No, that was Serena. Yeah, that was Serena. Sorry. The next one we got Chongshin. Well, unfortunately, sweetie, you don't have many things to choose, but I'm sure you're gonna manage.
Knowledge.
Okay, cool. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's a lot of knowledge around this world. The knowledge is not about study. It's not only about study. It is also calling about cooking, baking, science, even if biology and so on. Even if we use our whole life to learn all about the knowledge, we can't learn all of the knowledge because it's too much. We can learn it from internet or books,
Okay.
but actually people learn it from internet because now teenager, whatever, children, adults, or even if the old men or old women, they use phone or laptop to
To learn something new, to research, to do their own researches.
yes, and
Okay. What is the most important knowledge for you? For example, for me, what I'd like to, okay, maybe the question wasn't correctly, let's go with this. What knowledge would you like to improve on, to work a bit more? Let's say for me, what I do every day is I followed this doctor on YouTube, and he's amazing, absolutely amazing. And he talks about the brain. How does the brain work? Because he says if you can control your brain, you can control everything else in life. Sleeping, eating, learning, meeting people, motivation, everything comes from the brain. So I love him, and if you're interested, I can tell you his name so you can do your own research. Obviously, he creates podcasts, but I really invest in my knowledge when it comes to brain. This is something that I want to learn. How about you? What is your interest? What kind of knowledge you would like to gain?
I'm more interested about cooking.
Okay. So does that mean that you're following some YouTube channels with cooking?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Which one is your favorite? I do that as well.
Favorite YouTuber?
Yeah, who is your favorite YouTuber that creates recipes, healthy food? Which one do you follow?
Actually, I don't remember their name because the name is so long and it is hard to pronounce.
Okay, cool. Okay. But do you only follow your kind of traditional food, or do you follow like world cuisine?
Around the world.
Okay, cool. Which one is your favorite?
About
Do you like French one, Italian, maybe British cuisine? Well, England doesn't have a lot of interesting foods, but
What the
which one do you
British
like?
usually have during breakfast? Sure.
Yes, June?
What do British usually have during breakfast?
Oh, I don't know. They eat something like
All I know is that they only have 2 pieces of bread. Then they
Crumpets.
spread it with the butter and they eat it. Or they have bacon, eggs, and sausage.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that's the general rule. They call it English breakfast, but actually it doesn't apply to all of the people, because now what they eat is they go to McDonald's and they eat from there. So, it's not really something that is traditional. Although they have this traditional cold breakfast, English breakfast. So if you go in a restaurant, this is what you're going to order, like bacon and eggs, and I think
American
beans.
breakfast.
Yeah. So, it pretty much depends on the person. I wouldn't eat that for breakfast. I usually try to skip breakfast, like I'm trying to do intermittent fasting, but some people like to eat that. So, it's pretty much up to the
So
person.
you would likely to have brunch.
My mood changes quite constantly. Now I'm in the episode where I'm trying to go back to healthy food, because for 3 weeks I was eating just junk, proper junk, chocolate. I was eating a lot of calories, and I'm even embarrassed to say that. That was horrible. Now I'm trying to go back to normal, so I'm trying to do some fasting as well, like not to eat breakfast and not to eat dinner. So maybe something in between, like from 12 till 4, probably. I'm trying, not necessarily it's happening every day, okay? So don't take it for granted. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I just experiment. I try to find what is good for me, as every person should do. But you are in a process of growing, you shouldn't do that. So you should eat 3 proper meals. Okay, guys, cool. Well, the next thing we're going to do is going to be about interviews. We're going to talk about interviews. Would you like us to start and then give you a break, or do you want me to give you a break now for 5 to 7 minutes and we can start the second part? What would you choose? I'll give you a break. Take a break, okay. Take a break, and then we're going to start talking about interviews. We're going to watch some interview. We're going to watch a girl that she's trying to find a job as an au pair, and I will explain what an au pair is. I was that actually, so from personal experience. And at the end, we're going to have a role play. So take a break be here at 6 o'clock. Is that fine? Is that okay? You got 7 minutes. 6 now.
And
Okay. All right. See you in 6 minutes then. Stop sharing. Those 6 minutes go so fast until you realize you need to come back.
I was doing my homework.
Your homework.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a lot to do?
Yeah, homework, obviously.
Yeah, but is it a lot?
Medium, I would say medium. Not too much and not too less.
Okay. Well, it's a must, so you have to do it. You'll be fine. Okay, now let's see, what is an interview? What is an interview? How do you understand?
Someone asks
Yes, go
personal
ahead.
question.
When I think about interview, I would think about negotiation.
Okay. So by definition, an interview is a meeting where one person asks the questions and the other replies. And not necessarily they're going to be personal questions. They can be any kind of question for that matter. I'm just gonna put this one here. So do you know what kind of interviews are there? What kind of interviews exist? So if you want to ask question for a celebrity, it will be celebrity interview, right? Could be a political interview, could be a personal interview where someone is going to ask you questions. Let's say if you apply for a job, it's going to be a bit more professional and personal at the same time because they want to get to know you better. So two things that I want you to remember: have an interview and give an interview. So when someone is asking you questions, so you are being interviewed, you are having an interview. So you can say, for example, I have an interview with the teacher later today, which means that she's going to ask you questions and you need to reply them. Or the other way around. When you're going to interview someone, when you need to ask the questions, you're going to give an interview. I'm going to give an interview to my teacher later today because I want to learn a bit more about her role, for example. So, Ezra, have you ever had an interview?
Yes.
What kind of interview was it?
Kind of like this. I think it was like a personal kind of interview, like
Okay.
someone, like a therapy session.
A therapy session.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And how
then
did you feel with that interview?
I feel awkward.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm always nervous.
Ah. Let me give you a tip. Again, it's connected with that doctor of brain that I said. Sometimes try this, okay, guys, all of you. So sometimes before the test, you're going to be a bit anxious and you're going to have this panic. The first thing you should do is obviously breathe in and breathe out a couple of times and look at your body. So you're going to look at your body from your feet upwards, and then you're going to go downwards. What the doctor says is, I've tried it once actually, and it makes sense. So what the doctor said is, when you're having this kind of attacks, you want to connect the whole body together, because when you get panics, it's only one part of the body that is working. So what you want to do is make all the body work. So basically, in other words, all that anxiousness you're going to have, it's basically going to split through your body. You're not even going to feel it. So when you're feeling anxious, nervous, you're going to have this mental, not mental, but still, you're going to have this feeling inside
Pressure.
of your body. Yeah. Look at your body from the feet. You go up, you literally look every single part of your body. You come back here, and then you're going to look down again. In a second, you should be calm. It's just a tip. So try it and see if it works. Okay, good. How about someone else? Vanessa, have you ever had an interview?
Yes.
Yes?
Mm,
What kind of interview did you have?
when I want to take part of a competition, then the teacher interviewed me.
She interviewed you. Okay. Okay, cool. How did you feel?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. June, how about you? Because you're laughing at them. Did you ever had any interview?
No.
No. That's why you were laughing. Because you never had an interview. All right. Okay, cool. I'm going to share with you. This is the link. Well, that's the page, but I'm just going to share with you the link. So you can open it. It's about an interview. Okay. So it looks like this. We're going to listen to something. Where's my chat box? Here it is. Okay, this person's name is Danny, and he's having an interview with someone. I'm not telling who. You just need to listen and choose the correct answer. Now, before we do that, I always advise you, please read the questions prior to listening the audio, because you're going to have a better idea, a better picture of what you actually need to do. So I will just give you like a minute or so, just scan the questions. You don't have to read every single detail, but it's good to be well prepared before you actually listen to the audio. So you're going to have more information and you will choose the correct answer. And once you're ready, I'm going to share the sound from here and you get to choose the correct answer.
And maybe no songs.
Sorry, what did you say?
No songs.
No songs.
Yeah.
This is not a song. This is an interview. Sorry. Okay, are you ready, guys? Okay, let's listen.
Hello and welcome to Radio 2. Today on Life Stories, we are going to talk with a very impressive young man, Danny Alvarez Rojas. Danny recently became the youngest architect in all of Costa Rica. Today, we are going to hear a little about his story. Hello, Danny. How are you today?
I'm great. And yourself?
I am fantastic. Thank you. Danny, you have such a fascinating story. 2 years ago, you were in high school, and this year, you are designing buildings as the youngest architect in Costa Rica. Tell me, how did that happen?
Well, while I was in high school, I was also attending architecture classes at INA. I took a test that allowed me to skip grades at the UCR, so I was able to finish early. I graduated with my degree by the time I was 20.
Now, did you always want to be an architect?
Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a firefighter. I had hoped to stay in San Jose and work at the local fire station, but everything changed when I was 16.
What happened?
I took a woodworking workshop at my technical high school and discovered my love for building. I was really interested to learn more about the process of how buildings are created. It felt like art to me, and I loved it.
And your work demonstrates your passion. Each of your designs looks like art.
Thank you so much.
We have many young listeners who are worried about their futures. What advice would you have for current high school students?
It's really important to get your foot in the door as early as possible, whether it's volunteering at a local organization or pursuing internships. You'll be very grateful for the hard work and dedication as a young person, because I promise it pays off.
What great advice. Thank you again so much, Danny, for taking the time to come chat with me.
It was my pleasure.
Okay, cool. Did you manage to put all the answers? Do you want to listen again? Do you want to hear it again?
The last part where he was mentioning his degree, I was a little bit lost. there, so I didn't manage to catch up.
Okay, let's hear it again, and then we're going to check all the answers. So when you're going to have a listening task, you're always going to have twice to listen. So
Hello and welcome to Radio 2. Today on Life Stories, we are going to talk with a very impressive young man, Danny Alvarez Rojas. Danny recently became the youngest architect in all of Costa Rica. Today, we are going to hear a little about his story. Hello, Danny. How are you today?
I'm great. And yourself?
I am fantastic. Thank you. Danny, you have such a fascinating story. 2 years ago, you were in high school, and this year, you are designing buildings as the youngest architect in Costa Rica. Tell me, how did that happen?
Well, while I was in high school, I was also attending architecture classes at INA. I took a test that allowed me to skip grades at the UCR, so I was able to finish early. I graduated with my degree by the time I was 20.
Now, did you always want to be an architect?
Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a firefighter. I had hoped to stay in San Jose and work at the local fire station, but everything changed when I was 16.
What happened?
I took a woodworking workshop at my technical high school and discovered my love for building. I was really interested to learn more about the process of how buildings are created. It felt like art to me, and I loved it.
And your work demonstrates your passion. Each of your designs looks like art.
Thank you so much.
We have many young listeners who are worried about their futures. What advice would you have for current high school students?
It's really important to get your foot in the door as early as possible, whether it's volunteering at a local organization or pursuing internships. You'll be very grateful for the hard work and dedication as a young person, because I promise it pays off.
What great advice. Thank you again so much, Danny, for taking the time to come chat with me.
It was my pleasure.
okay, cool. How about now? Did you manage?
Well, to be honest,
Yeah.
I can get full marks, but I don't know why the system takes one of my questions haven't been answered. I already answered the question. It says no.
Okay, let's start with Cindy. Cindy, number 1, please. Read the question and tell me the answer. Number 1.
This interview took place in a radio show.
Okay, thank you. You Link, number 2.
Danny is the youngest architect in all CR.
Thank you. Evelyn?
Danny took classes at INA while he was at school. The word that completes correctly the sentence is.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Ezra, the next one for you.
A firefighter.
Firefighter. Chongshen, number 5.
Then he graduated with his degree at the age of 20.
Age of 20. All right, let's check it out. Cool. Okay, awesome. So this is how he actually had some interview when he applied for a job, and obviously he wanted to see how he's gonna deal with it. That's cool. Now, one job that I want to show to you, it's called au pair. Do you know what is an au pair? I'll write it for you. Just 1 second. I'm changing my screen. Okay, I think this is the one. Au pair. Let me show you. Oops, sorry. So the term is au pair, like this. It's a French term, au pair. Do you have any ideas what does au pair mean? This word over here, au pair. Okay, I'll help you. So, au pair is something like babysitting. So, a lot of students from all around the world, and I was one of them. I used to study in Bulgaria, but I wanted to live in Denmark, and obviously it was very expensive. That was like long time ago, 16, 17 years ago, I believe. So, what I did is I applied for an au pair and I moved to Denmark. I lived with a family. I was taking care of their children. So sometimes I was taking them to school, but more often I would pick them up from school. I will help them do their homework. And sometimes in the evening, maybe we're just going to play a game or something. So it is like a babysitting, but in a different way. So when you are an au pair, usually why students go to be an au pair is because, first of all, it's cheaper if you want to live in another country. Second of all, you are going to school. Well, I was going to school. Not every au pair goes to school. It's up to you, you decide. So I was going to school at the same time. Obviously, I was earning money because the family was paying me for taking care of their kids. And I didn't have to buy food because I had provided food with the family. Also, I didn't have to pay rent because they were giving me a place to sleep. So au pair, it's something like babysitting, but this is like next level au pair. Have you heard about this before?
I heard about babysitting, but I haven't heard this au pair before.
Yeah. Okay. So I was an au pair in Denmark for 2 years. It was nice. It was good. It was a great
Like their children mother. You were like their mother.
Well, basically, yes, you are. But you know, it's a nice way because you learn their culture. You also improve your language skills because back at the time I was learning Swedish and Danish. So that was a big plus for me as well because you communicate those children. They didn't speak English, so they were using Danish as their language. So I needed to learn the language better, which was good. Now, I don't know if this is like a cultural thing in Asia. I know this is in Europe and in America. So I do know a lot of people from the States. They come here in Europe, maybe Germany, or they're going to choose Italy, like places where they can learn the language and kind of get a new experience. I do know people from the UK that they moved to the States because that was their dream. They always wanted to go to the States, to America, but because it was expensive. So this is the most cheapest way and the safest way to go, because usually you can apply through an agency. So that means that you should be safe. Well, again, you can guarantee, right? You don't know what kind of family it will be, but because you have an agency at your back to support you, then you're safe, good to go. Okay, now I'm going to share with you another task that we need to do. It's about an au pair girl. She's applying for a job here in London, and she is in London. I'll send you the link. I'm not going to custom the link because I trust you. What you're going to say, what's your score? Let me just send it in the chat. Okay. So you have everything provided. You don't have a lot of typing. I think there was 1 or 2, maybe even not. Yeah, there were 2 at the bottom, which was about the street and the station. Apart from that, you have all the answers. You just need to listen to it very carefully. So what is it about? Who is calling? The name of the man, which is the husband, and then the name of the girl. How did she found the number? Why is she calling? Can she come on Thursday, and why or why not? What time does she supposed to come to meet the children? They're asking her about her experience. What is her wish to become once she finished this experience? And then at the end, we have live in and live out job. So to live in means that you're going to work and you're going to live with that family. They will provide you with room, so you can be a live in. But if you choose to live, maybe you live in the same area, so you don't have to live with them. You're going to live out. In that case, they pay a bit more. So live out is paid more because you need to pay rent on your own, right? If you're living, you don't pay rent, so they will pay you less. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. You're gonna hear it twice, okay? So try to get as many informations as you can from the first time. And it might be a bit too fast for you, but I think the English is very basic, very simple, so you should kind of pick it up.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Is that Mr. Palin? My name's Tanya Brinkhouse. I'm ringing about the au pair job. The agency told me to give you a call.
Oh, hello, Tanya. Yes, they said you'd call this evening. Now, obviously, it would be good to make an appointment for you to come round and see the kids, to see if you like them, and they like you.
Sure. When would suit you?
Is Thursday okay with you?
Well, I usually go to evening classes on a Thursday, but I suppose I could.
No, don't worry. How about Wednesday?
Oh, that would be better, if that's okay with you.
No problem.
What time would be good for you?
Well, obviously my wife and I work during the day. We both get back at about 6. The kids eat at about 6:30. Then they play for a little bit. Tell you what, would you like to come round at about 7 o'clock? Or is that a bit late for you?
7's fine.
OK, that's perfect. I'll tell my wife. Wednesday at 7. Before you meet us, though, are there any questions you'd like to ask now?
Yes. I was just going to check the details that the agency gave me.
OK.
Your son is 5 and your daughter 6. Is that right?
Yes, although she'll be 7 in 3 weeks' time and is counting the days and hours till her birthday.
Ah,
Have you looked after children a lot?
quite a lot. I'm the oldest of 5, and I taught small children drama when I was at school. I did it as part of my work experience because I want to be a primary school teacher.
That's good.
Yes, I enjoyed it. Can I check the hours I'd be expected to work?
Yes, of course. You would need to help the children get dressed, give them breakfast and take them to school. They get up at 8 or before.
What time do they need to be at school?
9:15. The school's a 5-minute drive away, so you need to leave here at 10 past at the latest.
No problem. Then they need to be collected at what time?
That's about 3 o'clock. It varies because sometimes they do other activities after school.
Okay. And then I need to look after them until what time?
Until we get home at 6.
And do you need me to babysit some nights?
Yes, 2 nights a week. But the other nights you don't need to.
And I have my own room?
Yes. I'm afraid it's quite small, but it's got its own bathroom.
Oh, that all sounds fine.
Good. Well, we look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Wasn't it Wednesday?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I meant Wednesday.
And what's the address?
Of course, yes, sorry. I thought the agency had given it to you. Do you have a pen?
Yes.
It's 98
98
Devonshire Road.
Devonshire?
Yes, Devonshire. Devonshire Road.
Aha. I don't know London very well. Is it near a station?
Yes, it's on the tube. The nearest station is Turnham Green.
Sorry?
Turnham Green. It's on the district line. You spell Turnham Turnham. And then it's green like the colour.
Turnham. Green. Okay.
Give us a call if you get lost, or if you want us to collect you from the station, we will. Definitely give us a call if it's raining.
Ah, thanks very much.
See you, Tanya. Take care.
Okay. Did you manage to have at least most of the answers? Okay. Do you want to listen again? Is that yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, let's watch it again. Listen again.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Is that Mr. Palin? My name's Tanya Brinkhouse. I'm ringing about the au pair job. The agency told me to give you a call.
Oh, hello, Tanya. Yes, they said you'd call this evening. Now, obviously, it would be good to make an appointment for you to come round and see the kids, to see if you like them and they like you.
Sure. When would suit you?
Is Thursday okay with you?
Well, I usually go to evening classes on a Thursday, but I suppose I could.
No, don't worry. How about Wednesday?
Oh, that would be better, if that's okay with you.
No problem.
What time would be good for you?
Well, obviously my wife and I work during the day. We both get back at about 6. The kids eat at about 6:30. Then they play for a little bit. Tell you what, would you like to come round at about 7 o'clock? Or is that a bit late for you?
7's fine.
OK, that's perfect. I'll tell my wife. Wednesday at 7. Before you meet us, though, are there any questions you'd like to ask now?
Yes, I was just going to check the details that the agency gave me.
OK.
Your son is 5 and your daughter 6. Is that right?
Yes, although she'll be 7 in 3 weeks' time and is counting the days and hours till her birthday.
Ah,
Have you looked after children a lot?
quite a lot. I'm the oldest of 5, and I taught small children drama when I was at school. I did it as part of my work experience because I want to be a primary school teacher.
That's good.
Yes, I enjoyed it. Can I check the hours I'd be expected to work?
Yes, of course. You would need to help the children get dressed, give them breakfast and take them to school. They get up at 8 or before.
What time do they need to be at school?
9:15. The school's a 5-minute drive away, so you need to leave here at 10 past at the latest.
No problem. Then they need to be collected at what time?
That's about 3 o'clock. It varies because sometimes they do other activities after school.
Okay. And then I need to look after them until what time?
Until we get home at 6.
And do you need me to babysit some nights?
Yes, 2 nights a week. But the other nights you don't need to.
And I have my own room?
Yes. I'm afraid it's quite small, but it's got its own bathroom.
Oh, that all sounds fine.
Good. Well, we look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Wasn't it Wednesday?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I meant Wednesday.
And what's the address?
Of course, yes, sorry. I thought the agency had given it to you. Do you have a pen?
Yes.
It's 98
98
Devonshire Road.
Devonshire?
Yes, Devonshire. Devonshire Road.
Aha. I don't know London very well. Is it near a station?
Yes, it's on the tube. The nearest station is Turnham Green.
Sorry?
Turnham Green. It's on the district line. You spell Turnham Turnnham. And then it's green like the colour.
Turnnham. Green. Okay.
Give us a call if you get lost, or if you want us to collect you from the station, we will. Definitely give us a call if it's raining.
Ah, thanks very much.
See you, Tanya. Take care.
Okay, so I put some of the answers over here to show you. Who has 10 out of 10?
Me.
Okay, good. How about the rest of you guys? Ezra?
If you say 7 o'clock in the morning.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, still haven't finished, all right. Tarina?
Where?
What's your score, sweetie? How many points did you have?
Oh, haven't done yet.
So you mean 10 out of 10?
Okay, Vanessa, how about you?
I got 8.
I haven't finished yet, teacher.
Ah, okay. All right. I'll give you a second, guys.
Did you just say 10 out of 10 or 8 out of 10?
Who said 8 out of 10?
Me.
You said 10 out of 10.
8. 8 out of 10. I got 8
8
out.
out of 10. Okay. Where did you make a mistake?
Well, I thought that number 6, they plan on meet on Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the morning, but the system thinks the answer is wrong. So actually, I heard it 7 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning, it was in the evening.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And I have a question for number 10. Well, she is the oldest of the 5, right?
Which one, sweetie?
Question number 10.
Number 10.
She is the oldest of the 5.
Yes, she's the oldest.
Of the 5, which I type in the 5. Which...
No, I think over here you need to put 5.
Ah, I heard it of the 5.
Yeah, she has 5 younger brother and sister.
Because she's
Yeah.
already the oldest. Which
Mm.
makes any sense, right?
Okay. All right, let's hear, guys, the answers. And not the end, we're not going to read it. I just want to know if someone has 10 out of 10.
There's no way you're gonna get 10 out of 10. It's nearly impossible.
Of course it's possible.
I said nearly impossible.
Okay, let's hear your answers. I mean, your scores. Cindy, what's your score?
I have an 8.
8, okay. Yuling? Yuling, what's your score?
9.
9, okay. Evelyn?
8.
8, okay. Ezra?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, okay. I already know for June. Vanessa, what was your score? Chongshin, what was your score?
Teacher, wait for a while. I haven't finished it.
You haven't finished yet, okay. Okay, guys, those of you who are ready, because I want to have a speaking practice with you, but it's going to be connected with job interview. So this is, you're not going to do anything, okay? You're just going to listen to the video, because after that, you need to include this into practice. So one of you is going to be someone who is looking for a job. The other person is going to be the interviewer, okay? So we're going to choose different kind of jobs. You're not doing anything. All I want you to do is, well, I can send the link to you, so you're going to see the questions, obviously. So if you want to practice and just do it for yourself, that's fine by me. Apart from that, just watch the video, get some ideas, and then we're going to do some talking until the end of the lesson. All right, let's watch it.
Hi, I'm the manager. My name is Paige. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. My name is Kristen.
Which job are you applying for?
I'm applying for the cashier position.
Can you tell me about yourself?
I'm responsible, friendly, and hardworking.
What are your job skills?
I can count money, use a cash register, and speak Spanish.
What is your past job experience?
I was a babysitter and an office cleaner.
What job responsibilities did you have in your last job?
I swept the floors, took out the trash, and dusted.
Why did you leave your last job?
I left my last job because I needed more hours.
What type of work schedule are you looking for? Part-time or full-time? Mornings or nights?
I'm looking for full-time work.
When can you start working?
I can start working next Monday.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, what is the pay?
I'm happy to answer that. $10.50 per hour. Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you. We will call you soon.
Thanks very much for your time. I hope to hear from you soon.
Okay, cool. So this is something that you need to use, some similar, obviously not the same one, but to have a speaking practice. So get ready. Just gonna, you already have the link, so I'm gonna stop sharing that. And we're going to choose 2 students. Let's start with Chongshen and Vanessa. So Vanessa, you are looking for a job. And Chongshen is the one who is giving you the interview. What job should we choose? Teacher. Okay, she's applying to be a teacher. Chongshen, you can follow the list from the previous questions that I sent, and you can ask any kind of questions for that matter, but include something like that. So she's coming for an interview. We start from the basics. Hello, hello, how are you today? And so on. So please open your microphones and let's talk.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Vanessa, you should be polite, so you should say, how about you?
Sorry, teacher. I didn't watch the video until end because
okay. Do you want to watch it?
I watched by myself. I use my phone to watch the video, but I don't know the exercise. No need to do. So
that's just a help. Okay, let's start. Let me, for
Being
example,
a simulation, a simulator.
I will try with. Ooh, the dog get angry. Okay, so let's say I will be the person who is hiring, and you will be the person that is applying for a job. So who do I choose? Let's choose Serena. So you're coming for a job interview, Serena. Hi, Serena. How are you today?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Did you manage to find us easily? Our office? Was it easy to find it?
Yes.
Yes, it was. Cool. Okay. Are you ready for the interview?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, good. Perfect. So as I can see, you applied for a position of becoming a teacher. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Why would you want to be a teacher?
I love kids and I love to teaching them, giving them knowledge.
Okay, perfect. And how would you describe yourself?
I'm friendly to the kids and loving and have responsibility.
Okay, good. So in your previous job, what were your responsibilities? What do you used to do with the kids?
I will help them to solve problems when they I will love to help them to solve the problems.
Okay. And did you do anything after classes with the students?
When they have something to ask me, I will stay and teaching them when they need.
When they needed help.
Yes.
Okay, very well, good. And why did you leave your previous job?
Because of the time crash.
Okay. What do you mean? Were you doing another job at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. And what will be your ideal working hours?
I prefer part-time because I have other works.
Okay. So which days are you available for work?
Maybe Monday to Wednesday.
Monday to Wednesday. Okay, good. And okay, let's see. What kind of previous experience do you have? Previous experience. So before becoming a teacher, previous experience.
I have babysitting to taking care of kids.
Okay, so you really enjoy working with kids?
Yes.
Do you have any ambitions for the future to change your job to something else?
Maybe if me I will want to study to become a professor.
What kind of professor would you like to become?
I would more like to be creative. I will invent something.
So you want to specialize in something?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, good. Do you maybe have any questions for us?
No.
No questions? You don't want to know about the salary?
Oh, yes.
Okay, money are important. We always ask about the money. Okay, so because you want to apply for a part-time job, what we usually pay for our part-timers is about $7 per hour. Is that okay for you?
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. As soon as we figure out if you're the right person, we will give you a call.
Okay.
Awesome. Good. Have a good day.
You too.
Awesome. Okay, Vanessa, are you ready now? Yeah? Okay. So Chongshen, you don't have to be a teacher. You can be something else. So you decide what you want to be. And she's going to ask you questions accordingly to that. So Chongshen, you were asking her questions. You're the interviewer. Vanessa needs to choose a job and you need to ask her why she wants to do that. Let's go.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
So you can ask her now, what position did you apply? Because you have no idea what she wants to talk about. So Chongshen, you ask her, what position did you apply? Because I have so many over here.
Which career that you want to be? Because here have many options.
I want to be a teacher.
Why you want to be a teacher?
Because I like to teach younger students, and maybe it's fun and interesting for me.
And which subject that you want to teach them?
I want to be a mathematics teacher.
Okay.
Why? Because you always score flying colors in your mathematics exam.
Yes.
Okay.
And except mathematics, are there any other subject that you want to teach?
Maybe I can teach science.
Science.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
And what time that you will be able to work?
Monday to Friday.
All day or just hours?
Maybe 6 hours.
Do you do other part-time in your spare time?
No.
So you're now is still studying in university?
No, I graduated 2 years ago.
And where did you graduate?
Malaysia University.
Okay.
So it means that you're Malaysian.
Yes.
Nice.
Are there any fantastic places for in Malaysian? In Malaysia?
In Malaysia, yeah.
I think the food is tasty, especially the nasi lemak.
Okay, good.
And where do you from in Malaysia?
Pardon?
Where do you come from? From Malaysia.
Oh, I come from Sabah.
Okay.
Where is it?
Lahadatu.
Feels like this conversation is getting into someone personal information.
Okay, what else? Or you can ditch her now. You can say, okay, thank you for the information. You can go now because you got fed up with her. So now you need the other one. No, I'm joking. I'm just giving you ideas how you can end up the conversation. If you still have more questions, go for it.
It's all the questions.
Okay, so you're good with the questions. All done. Okay, perfect. That was nice. Yeah, that was
That's
good.
all the questions for you. And do you have some question for us?
Yeah.
Can I ask for the salaries?
It is $10 an hour. Do you
$10 per hour. Per hour.
per hour? Do you satisfied about this?
Yes, that's good.
Money are good. Okay, that's all?
Yes.
Okay, you can say thank you so much. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Okay, cool. Let's choose the second pair. Let's choose Ezra and Yulink. So Ezra, you're asking the questions. Yuling is replying to you.
Tell me, what is your full name?
My full name is Yuni.
Okay. What's next, Ezra?
Tell me about your background.
Okay, about the background. Tell us about your background, Yuling. What have you studied? Where have you studied? Do you have any work experience? That's the background.
I graduated at a university. I worked at a cafe before.
Okay. What are your skills?
What are your skills?
I am patient. I can count very quick.
Okay, good. Come on, guys, talk.
Do you have any kind of experience?
I went to work at a cafe before, and I have tried to teach kids.
And what shift do you prefer?
I prefer part-time jobs.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Can I ask about the salary?
It's about 10,000 a month.
A month, okay.
I will see you next week then.
Okay.
All right, good. That was nice. Let's ask June and who I didn't ask. Cindy. June, you can ask the question. Cindy will reply. We didn't hear that. It's quite noisy where you are.
All right. What's your name?
I'm Cindy.
Right. Can you tell me more about your background?
I've teach lots of students and I've done a volunteer as in an open house to teach the students.
Okay.
And what's your reason for applying this job?
because of the time crash.
And what's your skills?
What are your skills?
What are your skills?
I'm good at teaching. I'm friendly and I'm patient to children.
And what's your previous job?
As a teacher,
Why do you change your job?
because of the time crashes, I have another part-time job.
What shift do you prefer?
Teacher, what is shift?
Sorry, what is what?
Shift.
Shift. Oh, it means, do you want to work in the morning or in the evening?
I would prefer in the morning.
Okay.
Where did you graduate from?
I graduated from Malaysia University 2 years ago.
And what's your major subject?
Maths.
Okay.
What do you want to do in 5 years?
I would like to be a teacher, teaching students, be a volunteer to the orphan house to teach children about monk.
All right, that's all for today, and we'll give you a call if you're suited for the job. And have a nice day. Bye.
Okay, cool. Cool, awesome, guys. So today was class 7 about your speaking, practicing your speaking practice. Some of you are a bit still shy, some of you are not that shy. Obviously next week will be the last class where you're gonna have, and the other day I think I posted in your group, I asked a question, what kind of topic would you like? So what do you feel comfortable talking with? Think about it, okay? For the last class, think about it in the next couple of days, and just obviously I'm not gonna prepare. Yeah.
Teacher, I was curious when we will have our textbooks, because before the course, the main course starts, we will need textbook to.
You mean you still haven't received the books?
Yes, we still haven't received the book.
You will receive them. It just takes a bit of time because I feel like they come from England to you. So they will come, don't worry. You will get the books.
Through Amazon.
Sorry?
Amazon shipping delivery service.
No, they're not buying them from Amazon. They actually buy them from official store of Cambridge. So obviously because it takes time due to this pandemic and the delivery, it's kind of late. But you will get the books, don't worry. So by the time you need to start the course, you will get the books because the books have been shipped so far as I know. So you will get them most likely in the next week, let's hope. But don't worry about that, okay? You will get the books. Any other questions that you have?
What was the book look like?
What do you mean?
What was the books looks like?
What does the book look like?
Yeah.
It's a book. What do you mean? How does it look like? Let me show. Okay.
I would like to take a peek at the book before I receive it.
Okay, let me see. I have it over here. This is the front page of the book. This is how it looks like. Okay, this is your book. This is how it looks like, and you have a lot of topics inside. The first one is my life and home, and so on. Eventually, if you don't get the book by the time, obviously, I will send you my copy in PDF file, so you can have the book anyway. Do not worry about that, but you will receive them. Okay?
Feels like I'm learning a math. Oh, it's almost like a math book.
Don't worry about it. Okay, guys, I'm not going to keep you long. Obviously, you do have some other classes after me, some of you, not all of you. Thank you very much for today. You did an amazing job. It was a bit more relaxed, a bit more speaking practice. And yes, obviously, we need to include grammar as well, because we need to polish the grammar in order speaking to be very fluent and correct. Some of you still making some mistakes, but that's fine. We still haven't started the course. When we started, we're going to polish, make sure that we learn the rules as they should be. If you don't have any questions, I would say thank you very much for today, and I will see you next week at the same time. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.
Bye, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
All of you stay safe. Bye.